I feel like patience is a great trait to have. Patience is a forgotten son, a forgotten way of the prophet. Patience is a great trait to have because impatience comes from frustration. That's the root of it all. The root of impatience is frustration. Also, it can also impatience comes from unrealistic expectations. And one of the seven laws of patience, one of them were impatience is triggered when we have a goal and realize it's going to cost us more than we thought to reach it. And I'm going to repeat that again. Impatience is triggered when we have a goal and realize it's going to cost us more than we thought to reach it. And this is my interpretation on that second law. When you have a personal goal, right, you're not thinking about the sacrifices you have to make in order to reach that goal. And I feel like that's what they meant by cause. When you're impatient about something, you aren't even thinking clearly. Like, for example, when you're impatient about a goal you're trying to reach, right, you aren't thinking about the steps that you have to take in order to get there. For example, for anybody who wants a car, right, and you just thinking about like, oh, I just want a car, man, I just want a car. Like, you know, like you're not thinking about the steps that you have to take in order to get that car. No, like you're not thinking about, oh, like I gotta get registration, I gotta get insurance. Like, yeah, there's steps you gotta take. And the law tells us multiple times in the Quran about patience and the importance of patience. You know, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he spoke on that as well. And in the Quran, verse 3, I believe, no, chapter 3, verse 146, that's what it was. Chapter 3, verse 146, it said, and Allah loves as-sabirun, the patient. And for those who aren't Muslim, as-sabirun, that's one of the 99 names of Allah, and it means patience. And there's a hadith saying that, you know, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, whoever is patient, Allah will bestow patience upon him, and no one is ever given anything better and more generous than patience. I feel like a lot of people really don't understand the importance of patience. Like, patience will get you far in life, bro. Like, a lot of people aren't even on this earth no more because they were impatient. You understand? Like, for my people who's, you know, on the road. Like, yo, y'all just are impatient. You understand? Like, I'm like, yo, like, these people in Florida, I'm like, yo, y'all be violent on the road. All that cutting up in traffic, no signals. I'm like, yo, all this just to go to a red light, bro. Like, you're gonna get to your destination, bro. And that's the problem, like, especially in my generation, you know, my Gen Z generation, like, we are so impatient. We are so in a rush to get to somewhere. All because we looking at somebody else. And Kevin Gates had made a statement. He said comparison is a thief of all joy. And it is. And it kills your confidence. And I had seen this post that has the confidence isn't thinking you're better than anybody. It's realizing you have no reason to compare yourself to anyone else. There's no reason. Why do we compare ourselves to everyone else? Why do we often compare ourselves to the next man? They're in a whole nother stage of life. And you over here. We are two different people. Brought up differently, all that. But yeah, I'm comparing myself to you, and you comparing yourself to me. We are in two different places, two different books, you know, like a law, you know, it's a law's qadr. This is a qadr of Allah. Like, this is the will of Allah. For those who are Muslim, that means the will of Allah. Like, we are in two different spaces. So it's like, why do we compare? Why do we become impatient? Oh yeah, I gotta get there now. Nah. Like, why is everything a competition? Especially within the black community as well. Like, everything's a competition, even within families. Why within families it's a competition? Why? And this is why, you know, a lot of the times, like, people be confused on why, you know, us as a people, we can't get together. And it's like everyone's in competition with one another, you know? We have been taught this concept of individualism. You know, like, what I really don't understand it. You know, that's a thing. In America, individualism is a thing. Like, they promote individualism. Oh, get it on your own, no handouts, this. That's individualism. And now all of a sudden everyone's just hyper independent. I be confused. I'm like, yo, you grew up with your father, bro. He was active. What do you mean you hyper independent? You have to get on your own. Huh? I'm confused. You know, so like hyper independency is at an all-time high, and I don't know where it came from. Because it's people that actually had a pretty good upbringing who I know on a personal level talking about some, oh, I got it out the mud, this, and this. You never had to deal with any of that, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, this concept of individualism is at like everyone's on some, oh, no handouts. This is from scratch. Some of y'all didn't get it from scratch. Some of y'all got parents that, helped y'all. And that's okay. Me, for example, my mother helped me. I'm gonna keep it a stack. That's my mother. That's what she's supposed to do. And a lot of, especially black parents, like, they feel like the child owes them something. And it's like, what? You're the parent. Like, parenting doesn't stop, So I don't know. I just find this individualism concept pretty crazy. And this is why, and this goes back to being impatient and stuff like that. Like, everybody just focused on getting on their own, no handouts, this, and this. I gotta get to the top. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this before I'm 25. If I don't do this by the time I'm 25, I'm behind, and this, and this. And I'm just like, bro, since when did success have an age limit? And I'm gonna say that again. Since when did success have an age limit on it? I'm confused. I know a lot of people who older than me went back to school. I know people younger than me making mad money, doing this, and this. Going to school, doing whatever. I really don't know who y'all be listening to. But for those who don't be on social media like me and actually have a actual life, they know success doesn't have an age limit on it. So y'all just sitting up here listening to these red pill dudes and these bitter girls. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. But this concept of individualism, it's a very toxic ideology, would you say? Yeah, a pretty stupid ideology, because a lot of the things wouldn't be the way they are if this wasn't brought to the world and wasn't so abroad. And I had seen this post, and it has said, surely patience has levels, and the lowest is to not complain about what you don't like. And when I seen this post, I instantly thought about my generation, because a lot of my generation, we often think about, or we often focus on what we don't have. And I really don't know why. Like, I'm hearing 17, 18-year-olds complaining about what they don't have. And it's stuff that they're not even supposed to be having at that age. Like, bro, you shouldn't even be focusing on that right now. You should be focusing on, like, graduating high school. When you're 17, 18 years old, because, that's the age of, kids that I experience and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, you shouldn't even be focused on that. You should just be focusing on school, maybe, getting a job, a little fast food job, whatever job, after you graduate, during, school, whatever, that's regular. But, worrying about those things that social media is pushing to the world, come on now. That stuff is toxic, bro. I'm just being honest. But when it comes to patience, I just feel like people really need to practice it. Because it's like, where are we going? You don't even know where you're going. You may have an idea, you may have a goal, but you don't know where you're going. I'm just being honest. Like, we know where we want to go, but are we going to get there? And that's the what if that tricks everybody, and that's why everybody's so impatient. So I feel like everybody, like the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, tie that camel up and trust in the Lord, meaning like just be still. Be still. And when I mean be still, I'm not saying just sit around and just like, nah. Pray on it, work hard for it, just be patient. That's patience. Like, what do they say? Patience is virtue, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all this story, right, about how I got fired, y'all. So boom, I'm walking with a friend of mine. This is like an old job. I was walking with a friend of mine, and this white lady, she just walks in front of me. We already clocked out. Like, we walk in, we trying to walk out the building. Like, as soon as you bust a left, like the exit's right there. You know, I'm on my phone. It's a regular clock out there. I'm on my phone, texting my peoples, regular. And this white lady just comes in front of me and she's smiling and she got glasses on. She said, "Hi, we have a no walk into what is it? No walk into door policy, something. Oh no, it was no walk into wall policy." And I'm just looking at her. I'm like, "You really just got in my face?" I didn't say that. I'm like, "Yo, you just got mad in my face." And I just backed up. I'm like, and I'm telling her, I'm like, "I'm going home." And I walked away. She's still trying to walk in front of me. I'm like, "I'm going home though." And I said that. And then she just looked in front of me, looked at my badge number or whatever, and then just walked away. I'm like, I'm going home. Like, clearly y'all see on the cameras, I'm going home. Clearly. I just clocked out. It's 5:02. We clocked out at 5. So the next day I come in, you know, the supervisor talking to me. He's like, "Oh, she dragged it, y'all. She said I was being disrespectful." Let me know if I made this. Let me know if I was tripping on that. Let me know, y'all. So she dragged the story. She was like, "Oh, she said you were being disrespectful and you were being rude." I'm like, what? I'm like, "Yo, she got in my face." And I'm telling him, I'm like, "Yo, I literally just clocked off the timesheet and I'm walking out the building. Like, I'm literally about to walk out the building like I told y'all before." And he's saying, I know, but, you know, we on a contract, this, and it makes us look bad. I'm just like, bro. And I told him, I'm like, "Yo, just do what you got to do, bro." And he did what he had to do. He said, "I'm sorry, but, you know, I have to terminate you, da, da, da." I'm like, I wasn't even mad because I'm like, "Yo, that's a silly reason to fire somebody." But, you know, us as Gen Z, we don't care about jobs. We Mr. and Mrs. Go get another one. Like, so I wasn't even mad. Usually other people who got fired from, you know, that job specifically before me, they was mad because they got fired for stupid reasons like that too. A lot of people was getting fired for stupid reasons like that, and they were mad. Me, I'm not mad. I took the little card thing, just handed it to him, and I left. Someone before me threw it on the ground, acted out. I'm looking at him. I'm like, "Yo, grown man, bro." Like, or maybe just because I'm Gen Z, like, yo, we really don't be caring about jobs, bro. Especially these little third world company. So, bro, I'm Mr. Go get another one, bro. Like, you know, Allah got me is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, yo, if you know Allah got you, you can't lose, bro. I already know something else better is coming my way. That's what I'm saying. Patience, y'all. That's pretty much the end story of this. And, you know, this girl I was talking to at the time, she's saying like, "Oh, you don't even seem mad, da, da." She's like, "Wow, you're not even mad." I'm like, "Why would I be mad?" I'm like, number one, it's a silly reason to fire me. Number two, clearly she has some type of power struggle, ego trip, whatever. But let me know if I'm wrong for that, y'all. Literally all I'm doing is on my phone and I'm walking out the building. Like, clearly you just want to bother me, bro. And 3, I feel like this should have just been number 1, but this is 3. Allah got me, and Allah will bring better to me. And he did. Like, since then, life's been way better for me. So, I just want to share that story with y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Share with whoever, share with a friend. And we gone, man. I hope y'all practice patience. Stop being impatient, because impatience also causes stress, especially in the abdomen, especially in stress can kill you. That's why a lot of us are, you know, the life expectancy is declining because a lot of us are very unhappy. So be patient, y'all. That's pretty much what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, patience is everything. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Share with whoever. I appreciate those who support. And we gone. Peace.